So let's make a quick fun for the start of the year. I was watching through the wiki for Amityville content to upload, and I remember there is supposed to be a section for books, and I will not invest that energy for the books. But I got interested how many books are inspired by the Amityville. You know, how many have the Amityville in the title. And surprisingly, the Amityville as book title is not that hijacked by people. It's really, connected to Amityville, demonic, ghost possession, and all that kind of spooky thing. So that remained a bit more consistent than the movies. I decided to not even touch the documentaries. You know, there are like the 3 dozen titles which are supposedly describing the real events and all the spooky shit that allegedly happened. Who cares? Seriously, what else is to tell? But there are more stuff like straight out novels, horror novels, and some kinky shit. So let's cut into the cheese. Amityville Horror Christmas. This is a standalone novel, as far as I can tell. And it's the holiday season, so there you have it. Then there is Amityville Gateway of Hell, Pray There Is No Place Like Home. This also seems standalone, a bit long of a title, but I like the cover, so I'm pretty sad there is no, look into it version to just a couple of pages and just get the feel of it. Then there are the more complex stuff, the Amityville Luciferian Ministry, which is a 5-parter series, and it's has a whole Satanist convent, and everyone, the Lutzes are part of it, and the Nephiles were part of it, and everything goes haywire. Pretty much like the spooky adventures of Sabrina or whatever that river the spin-off was. That's pretty much it. Then there is Amityville Horrible, part of the Otherworld Stories series. For any reason, it tells you not on the Amazon page how many parts this series has. The Otherworld Stories seems to have 13 installments, and this seems to be a bit on the spoof and horror comedy side. Well, who knows? Then there is The Secret of Amityville, the Hans Potzer Paranormal Series books, 34 out of 34 books. So this is a really big franchise. I think by the look of it, it is something like the Sherlock Holmes stories, so pretty much not connected aside the investigator's persona. Then there is, and this is a pretty interesting thing because the making of Amityville Theater, an indie film love story, and it's not even just 10-20 pages long, but a whole book, 136 pages. I think that's a pretty nice effort from the creators of that movie. So if you want to delve deeper, this is a title that you will be pretty much interested in it. Then they're coming the weirder side of the Amityville books, novels, whatever you want to call them. Short stories on Amazon are sold as book. Well, what can we do? This is a modern age. Home Alone Amityville. Home Alone, the Macaulay Culkin movies, and all the trashy sequels, and Asylum made a one with the dog? Well, either way, this is based on that, but let's read the summary, because the summary, you will love the summary. Steven Seagal's aunt dies and leaves him her old house. Steven decides to live there to feel closer to his loving aunt and also mourn the loss of his ponytail. I don't know how the ponytail came into here, but I love the detail. As creatures hunt him in the dark of night, there was that vampire flick. Steven's only option is to create traps and try to escape. This is the Home Alone part of the summary. The only thing better than fried chicken and ice cream is Daphne from Scooby-Doo, played by Sarah Michelle Gellar, helping him explore and battle these evil creatures in his house of bent appetites. Only 70 pages long, so this is a short story already. It's a great cover, it's a great title, it's a great summary. I'm sold. Then come the kinky stuff. Amityville demo made me. It seems to lay on the incest part of the original movie from the 1979, but it's actually just the best friend of the sister, so we are cool on that front. It's a porn short story. I more love the Amityville horror, as there was that adult 3-hour gay porn that was advertised on an Amityville an origin story. So this is unconnected, and it's pretty much a hetero porn. This is also part of a series, The Haunted Desperation. Who knows how many parts, who cares? It's actually pretty long for a short story, 35 pages, so you get value for your money. And there is the Amityville Tentacles, the series. It contains 3 titles, I think all are unconnected, all women on the cover, so everyone can calm down, and it's tentacles, so you know what you are getting into. You can buy the stories individually too, so feel free to investigate. It's not that attractive to me, it's just some tentacles and some girls in bras. Also, the color palette is a bit faded for my taste. Either way, there is the kinkiest of kink, because if we are into kink, we are into kink. Amityville Futa, which is, it's not exactly trans, but women with dicks, so we got into the weird part of YouTube. Well, why should I have leave this out, you know? Then there is the even weirder part. We stopped with the porn. It is Amityville magic. Once upon a time there was fairy tale. So it's fantasy literature with fairies and shit. How did we get to the bright colored fairy realm from the dark colors of Amityville? I have no idea. And it is a very long book, so it is 700 pages. So if you are a modern reader who only reads a book if it is at least 600 pages thick, you have your fulfillment here. And finally, this got very bad ratings, and it's again a short story. It's like 25 pages or something. The Amityville Investigation. It has a very brief summary, and it is very cheap. It's barely more than $1. Why I bother with this? Because this was written by 11-year-old Karen Markey. Well, how did this end up on Amazon, and how is it an official title? I have no idea, But if you are interested in how low a franchise can get, well, we have a title for you. And to be honest, you know, Aragorn was praised for written by a teenager, and so, there is an audience. You can try yourself. He's 11-year-old and already a published author.